Hey YouTubers and gamers, yeah, he's back. And it's been a couple of months since I've done my last pickup video, so I've got a fair amount to show you guys. It's a real nicely eclectic mix as always of course most platforms, including a few imports and some hardware. And so we'll just get started with the hardware, shall we? Any of you may have seen my Saturn collection. On top of it there was one of the Sega Hard Girls, one for Sega Saturn. I'll show you a quick picture. This is a box. She actually stands on a replica of a Japanese Saturn she does, which is rather cool. And I wanted to get the other Sega Hard Girls. There's two others, which you can imagine. And that's been the Dreamcast. And she stands obviously on top of a Japanese Dreamcast. And the Mega Drive. Again, she stands with Mega Drive. These weren't too bad. I managed to get these reasonably priced. They were about £20, £20 to £25, including shipping from Japan. So some nice little statuettes. They're all standing together above my Saturn collection, so they look rather nice. Yeah, other hardware. Or other stuff, that's not games I suppose. Alright, got a hardware. I got a sort of I guess you call it technically like a flight stick. This is the Japanese for Sega Saturn. I've got it because it supports with Panzer Dragoon games 1 and 2, the Sega Ages, which has got Space Harrier and oh, what's that other? Oh god, you know which one I mean. The Sega flying game. You know, God, it's going to kick me. The name escapes me, but you know what I mean. And also Tsukio Rentai wing arms. You can use Tsukio Rentai and wing arms. You can use this for. So it's compatible with at least a half a dozen decent shooters, and it's in neat condition. Got it from Japan, including shipping, about 30 quid. So I thought that's not bad. I mean, I've got it loose and I'm going to use it. I mean, a box one would be nice, but that's about over double the money. So 30 quid, I think that's not bad, don't you? There you go. Another piece of hardware I got from Cash Converters this week was the PlayStation 4 camera. This is the circular one, the last one they brought out. This was 30 quid, which is not bad because they're still going for about 60. I had the original sort of rectangular square, almost cuboid type camera that was launched with a PS4. That's the one I'm using. But I wanted the circular one as well, just for the collection. So I've got all, you know, examples of all the hardware, if that makes sense. Also, I've got a Nintendo Switch licensed mini arcade stick. I've got the proper decent Hawaii one, which is the one I'll probably use by choice. But this one's nice if I wanted obviously to two players to play the arcade games with. And I went for Cammy and Chun-Li one, which is like a dark blue with an orange graphic. So Street Fighter inspired. I got this off Amazon for retail. It wasn't a lot of money. I think it was about £35 I got it for. So for a mini arcade stick, I thought that's not bad. There's at least one other Street Fighter version as well as a plain black one, but I thought that's quite cool. Got a couple of movies. I don't know when you show movies, but they are gaming related. So for about 20p from a charity shop, Double Dragon. That really does look bad, doesn't it? Looks so bad it could actually be good. Yeah, I'm not. Let me know, guys, if anyone of you have seen it and how bad it really is. And again, just a UMD Carry On campaign. Got that from let's go with my UMD PSP movie collection. Go for £8, but actually it goes double that on eBay. God knows why. It's a good movie though. Also, I actually made a couple of DVDs, my own bootlegs of some downloaded TV episodes from YouTube of game-related programs called Bits. You may have heard of Bits from the 90s, early 90s. If you haven't seen Bits, look for Bits on YouTube. It's got these girls who are really into very sexy girly presenters, but they know a bit about gaming, and they all do like satire and funny clips and everything else really. And it was I think they did about 2 seasons or something at least, or well, maybe no, actually probably more than that, but 4 or 5 seasons they did. So I've got most of the episodes that you can watch on YouTube on there, and I just put them together as a specialist, my own DVD really. So I put it off a case and everything, so they look alright. As well as Bits, I did Fun Bandits. There was only 1 season of Fun Bandits with Ian Lee, and I can't remember what girl's name now. But also on top of it, I have put a couple of clips of a thing called Alien War, which was a live stage type thing whereby you go along and you think you're in the movie Aliens. They started off in Glasgow, but they also did one that toured the country. But there was one that was permanently based in the London Trocadero before it closed down, and it was doing quite well. But it got hit by flooding and it never reopened, unfortunately. And I still remember when I was younger, when I used to go past London, I went past it a couple of times. I was very tempted to go in. It was about I think it was about, I can't remember how much it was to go in. It was quite expensive compared to, well, it's not now, but obviously then it was a lot of money. But I kind of regret never actually going in it really and doing it. But it's all part of history now. But there's a couple of documentaries on Alien Wars which show all the best bits of it. So if you're interested in aliens, look up Alien Wars on YouTube. So I just had that on the end of the disc because I had space. Okie dokie, blah blah blah. Let's turn down to the games. Let's do Dreamcast, it's newest. One import Dreamcast game. This is like a tank-based sci-fi. Was like you're driving a tank, which is either an alien tank or human tank set in the future for the Dreamcast. It is a USA exclusive. This box set one comes with a mic. It's all pretty neat and pristine. Got this for 22 quid, which I thought wasn't bad for a complete in box American Dreamcast game. Also, I got, this was a bit more. It was about 30 quid. This was the next one. Gunbird 2. I know you can get it on many other platforms, but I really wanted the original for Dreamcast. So there's only about another 3 UK Dreamcast games I'm actually after now. Also got some burnt copies of Dreamcast games which weren't released on the Dreamcast officially. So again, it's off Etsy. So I've got the Neo Geo game Last Resort. And I just love this box art. Don't you just love that? I mean, I know it's a bit, you could argue it's a bit phallic, but I just think it is so cool looking. It's not a best shooting game out there. It's bloody difficult. I had to play it on my modded Neo Geo and cheat a lot, because I don't know how anyone can complete that game without cheating. You must be an arcade god if you can. Also, Chaos Field. These have got proper printed discs, by the way, these Dreamcast games. Tri-Zeal, and they weren't a lot of money, about 6 quid each, so so I thought, yeah, I'll get these nice reproduction shooters. Another Neo Geo game, Ghost Pilots, sort of 1942 type inspired type game. Not as good as those, but still, it's nice graphics. Shikami no Shiro 2, basically Castle Shikami 2, another top-down bullet hell, which is great to have on a Dreamcast. And this was released as a demo in Japan only, and this is like obviously a repo, and that's what's Shenmue. Basically, you play you play as the I don't know, the CEO for Sega or for Japan, and you interact and do things, and it's loosely related to Shenmue game, but it's a bit of a tongue-in-cheek demo. I'm not sure how long it lasts, but it's something different really for a Dreamcast, and to be able to play it on my UK machine in English, it's nice to have really. So what's Shenmue? So I thought I got that. It wasn't a lot of money. So all those £6 each. So I thought that's not bad really for an unusual Dreamcast pickup to go with my my unusual Dreamcast games. Let's turn now to a few PC games, old PC games, something special. House of the Dead 1, 2, and 3. Got a trilogy on PC. Those are only about £5 each off eBay. I mean, oh no, Amazon actually. I got those used off Amazon. PS3 games, only a couple. Both uncommon though. Brunswick Pro Bowling. I think I got that for about 16 quid. And this is the German version of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. I'm not sure if it actually came to UK or not on the PS3. I know it's extremely rare and quite a pricey game. I mean, even this German one cost me about 14 quid, I think. So it's not the most common game to get. But again, it's just for a PS3 collection. Obviously that's on PS4, easy enough to get. Okay, a few PS2 games. I already had Devil May Cry 3, but this one came in a nice cardboard sleeve. It was only about £2 from CX, so I thought, yeah, I might as well get that, even if it's just for a sleeve. My Pez collection, Pez 2011, that was a lot of money. Rock Band 2, again that was about £6, but I never ever see this in the wild. I had to get that off eBay. It's just one of those games that always elude me. And this last game is this is the Spanish version of Wipeout Pulse, a game that was released on the PSP, released on extremely limited number in the UK. It's really expensive to get Wipeout Pulse. There's I think Wipeout Pure and other games, you know, more common, a lot more common. But yeah, if you ever see Wipeout Pulse on your travel guides, pick it up, either for your collection or to trade in, because it goes for a lot of money. You know, I think this was about 20 quid I got off eBay, but still, that's the Spanish version. The English version is almost like double that sometimes, and then you can get a good deal. So, but it still plays in English. It perfectly plays fine in English. This is no different. It's just the packaging's in Spanish. So, yeah, who cares? Okie dokie. Couple of Xbox One games. Shenmue 1 and 2, I've got it sealed, 17 quid. I'm going to keep it sealed. I've also, you know, I've got it on PS4, so why open it up? And Sea of Thieves. I'm not sure if I ever get time to play this, but it's a good game. Xbox exclusives. Okay. One 3DS game. Again, a game I don't often see in the wild. I've got it for about it was about a £12 mark. 4 from the first movie. The DS version of it is fantastic. I have got a DS version. That's the one to go for if you got, you know, got a choice. That's a great 2D action platforming type game. That's much better than this 3D one. And Star Wars: The Clone Wars Jedi Alliance. Again, that's just one I had on my list, my collection. Couple of Wii games. Again, it was about a couple of quid each. Brothers in Arms, Earned in Blood, and Brothers in Arms Road to Hill 30. I think there's only about another 20 Wii games I want to get. So I'm slowly working through those. Another couple of GameCube games. Chibi Robo, the Japanese version on GameCube. I think it's about 12 quid shipped from Japan. Really cheap. Obviously much cheaper than the UK version. I do have that on the... Is it 3DS it came out on years ago? Yeah, so... I'm not sure if it's the exact same game or not, the 3DS version, but anyhow. and Billy Hatcher and a Giant Egg. That was about £6. So I can't remember where I got that from. This is one of those games that will probably creep up in price. Actually, it's a Sega game. It's it was from the creators of Sonic the Hedgehog, so that'll probably push it up really. But it's you know, some of these cartoony type games, they do end up becoming worth a lot more really. But it's not all about worth, is it? It's about, you know, just having them for your collection really, and playing them. So that one might be alright to play actually. Banjo-Kazooie type inspired type game, I assume. Okay. Garfield game, which I've wanted on my list. This is the last genuine Mega Drive game I wanted to buy. There's about 3 or 4 rare Mega Drive games which I'm going to get on the repo scene, which I will show when I get them from. I'll probably get them from AliExpress or boxed. But this is Garfield Caught in the Act. This game used to be cheapest nuts years ago, but now it's you know, they are asking for a lot of money. I managed to get this from Italy, actually, of all places, to get it all complete. It's the English version, language, of course, or European one. But I managed to get it for £25 from Italy, which is a lot cheaper than to get it from UK eBay, because they want over that, a lot more than that. So it's quite a good game, though. Alright, boxed and complete Game Boy Color game, which I've been wanting to get for a while. I'm trying to remember how much I paid for this. Again, I got this. I managed to snipe this actually. It's a UK one, but it's all boxed and complete. It also came with a strategy guide, which I think I showed. Well, I got somewhere else. I think I'll put it away actually. But with a strategy guide in the game, it was about £60, which is a lot of money, I know. But it's a Pokemon game, Game Boy Color, Pokemon Crystal version, all complete, genuine cartridge, of course. And with a strategy guide, I thought 60 quid, that's not a bad price actually for that game, because it goes for, well, often it goes for more than that, just for game alone really. Okie dokie, excuse me, turning to Switch. I can't remember if I showed this before or not. I got it from CX, it's Nintendo Labo, the cartridge for Toy-Con number 1. It was only like a couple of quid in cash, CX, so I thought, might as well pick it up. I'm never going to buy the Labo sets unless they're dirt cheap one day, and you know, you can't get them used, can you? They've been used because they've been just cardboard. Yeah, another game which I got for about £15 on Argos, which I kind of, it's for the Wolfenstein collection, so I had to get it, even though I'm very disappointed. That is it's a download code only. And trouble is with download codes, apart from not being physical, in effect you're renting the game, aren't you, from Nintendo? I mean, even if on your Switch, if you I think if you go flight mode on your Switch, you can't actually play the downloaded games, because you have to be connected to the Wi-Fi to play downloaded games, which is a bit of a bummer, especially if you're on a plane or whatever. Not that I fly that much, but you know what I mean. So it's just a download code only. I didn't realise that until after I bought it. I thought, oh shit, but I still want that game for a collection. So it's unfortunate that that one's a download code, and a few games are like that. So I think it's really cheap of Nintendo not giving us a bloody cartridge. Just again, it probably saves them, you know, a few pennies and everything else really. Because they've still got a package of box and everything else really. So they could have made a cart. But again, it's about them squeezing the pennies out of us. If they start doing that on too many games, then it's just going to put me off massively buying from Nintendo Switch games. I mean, I tend to buy, you know, PS4 anyway, but I have a choice, but it's just, us collectors don't like it, do we? No. Okay, a cave shooter. Got this from Play Asia. It's the only place you can get it. Well, you know what I mean. Apart from Japan. And it's the cave shooter Esperade. I've also got it on the PS4, which I'll show later. But I got it on PS4 originally, and I thought, oh, should I get it on the Switch too? Because it is quite, you know, it's quite a good game actually. It's quite enjoyable. M2. This is one that M2 had involvement with, so that's going to push up the demand for this game over time. Yeah, so Esperade, guys, look out for that if you like your bullet hell Japanese shoot, especially the cave ones. Get it from PlayAsia while you can. Okie dokie. Another game which I got cheap from Argos, but I think it's about £18 or £20 mark. I think you can get it even cheaper than that now. It's really gone down in price because it's not particularly very good, but it is Contra. Contra Road Call. Yeah, I won't say any more about that. Okay. This game I got from Pixel Heart Games in France. It is, you can also get it from PlayAsia too, the Japanese version on cartridge. And it is Gigantic Army, a 2D type robot platforming type game. Played it a bit. It's one of those games that you need to really grind at to get far, because it's just tough. It's easy to get killed, and you know, when you die, you pretty much got to start from the beginning. It's yeah, I hate that. Some people love that in games. I don't. I'm not too mad on that really, but it is a good game though. Gigantic Army. So this way I'm getting it on cartridge, and I got it from Pixel Heart Games. It wasn't a huge amount of money. I think it was maybe about £25 mark, but it is limited. It's got a little holograms stick on the back. So yeah, it's 3,000 copies of these. So Pixel Heart Games, guys. If you want to get this, look it up on the internet. They actually do a lot of good Dreamcast games too as well. So do check out that site if you're into Dreamcast and a few odd Switch games. Okay, US import. Again, I had to buy this brand new because I'll explain in a minute. This is Resident Evil Origins Collection. So it's for two games. We've got Resident Evil 0 and the first Resident Evil. But for the first Resident Evil, it is a download code, and so you know that's a bit of a bummer, isn't it? Really, guys, a download code. Yeah, it's American exclusive, so you don't get this secondhand, guys, because you won't get your download code for the Resident Evil game. It's, you know, you got to get this new, so get them while you can new. Oh, Nintendo, why you do it? Just, you know, I'm sure you could have fitted the two games in one cartridge. I really think you could have done it, and that was give us a second cartridge. We'll pay another a couple of quid more for it happily, but nah. That's what makes me think Nintendo really doesn't really care that much about games. It's only about the money, really, you know. Because why not give us a cartridge if they really care about what gamers want, you know? Especially the fact that you can't play them on the, you know, unless you connect to the Wi-Fi. That is such a silly system to do, really. Again, it's about controlling us, isn't it, really? It's about Nintendo controlling us. You have to be connected to their servers and everything. But what happens when they stop supporting these games, if they do that in the future? Eh? Well, I guess we'll have to have them to have hacked switches. We're going to have to hack our switches, aren't we, in order to play them, I suppose. Anyway, I stopped ranting. Okay, another game which is a good shooter, but the hell one. I got this with a special tin edition. That's about £35 off eBay. I got it for a good price. I already got this on the PS3 Japanese one and the PS4 as well, but I'd like to have it on the Switch because on a few, the Switch is a handle. I do like it. It's a good machine. I give Nintendo about, and Nintendo's on the Switch when, well, is on the whole, is, you know, and a Mini. They're both good machines. You know, they're both nice machines. But I wanted to count the Cal displays, and this is a Steelbook edition, so but very nice set that is. That's how to get it right, Nintendo. That is how to get it right. Right. I don't know why I'm talking to Nintendo, as if anyone from Nintendo or anyone with any clout watches this channel. But the best people do watch this channel, don't you guys? The very best. Okay. Blah blah blah. Right, I got a couple of UK releases. This one came out a couple of weeks ago, and the other one came out a month or two ago. And it is. I've already had the original Japanese games of these because I thought, like most people, it's going to be a Japanese exclusive. Import these while you can because they're going to be bloody expensive games and hard to get hold of because they're you know, the bullet hell shooter game collections by Psycho. Yeah, you know what I mean. Volumes 1, 2, and 3. Later, a different publisher brought them out as 2 volumes. Yep, the second release. And then recently they're coming out to the UK and USA as special box sets. The Alpha box set, which contains 12 games, I think, and the Bravo set, which contains another 12 games. So you get all your 24 games. You do. Yeah. Psycho are really keen to give this out, release these in multiple releases. They really are saying the license to this to anyone who wants to buy it, I think. But these are the best sets so far. With the original Japanese one, for the third disc, third game, third cartridge, they did do a special limited edition one, which was really expensive by the time you imported it, which I never did. And it came with like a 3D mouse mat and for one of the female protagonists. There's one of those mouse mats whereby you rest your hand on female assets, let's say. Yeah, it's very tasteful. I don't know about that, but it's a bit of a pervy mat, really, and most of us games will be embarrassed by owning it, really. But anyway, I didn't go for that because it was too expensive. I just went for a standalone release at the time. But now that they got these sets, which are actually better because you get the CD soundtracks, you get art cards, mini art books, and so forth, and a few other bits and gumph, as well as 8 games, 12 games on one cartridge. I think it's one cartridge, yeah, probably is. And there's a Bravo set and the other set. Off Amazon, these are about, I got these for about £50, which is, considering what you get, bloody good deals actually. And if you own a Switch, guys, and you like shooters, definitely get these sets. These sets are lovely sets. And just, I'm going to keep these sealed because obviously I've got the original Japanese games to actually play, so I'm going to keep these sealed as part of the collection. But they're so nice, aren't they? These are really nice sets. Again, another example, Nintendo, of doing it right. Okay. Okay, I got yeah, because it's, oh, I've got some PS1 goodness to show you. I'll show you those, guys. I sort of mentioned my game room collection, or my game room video, that I wanted to finish picking up all the PS1 games that I want from the UK. I think at the time there was about 50 games there was. I've got some more. They're not all here because I think I put some of them away actually by mistake. But I've got more recent pickups, and I'm finding that the PS1 games are, well, you'll find this too, you don't see them in the wild, and if they do the usual, sports games are rubbish really, common games. Which are worth still picking up for the cases if they're only about £1 or £2, but even then it's not always the case, is it, guys? And on eBay, oh, they are creeping up so much in price. PS1 games on eBay, they are getting like a bloody Saturn, aren't they? But if you hunt around sometimes and do the auctions, sometimes you get lucky if you're getting in a snipe at last minute, and most of these I got below eBay price. So yeah, but they're still costing a lot of money really. That's why I'm getting them now this year. I want to get all my I'm down to 30 more I want to get, which I want to get before the end of the year. And then, there's about another 15 PS1 games from Japan I want to get, which I'm not, it's not such a race to get really, because I'm not competing against a lot of other eBays for that, because a lot of collectors in the UK just want the UK games, which is kind of pushing the prices up, but they are going like a Saturn. So if you do collect for a PS1, guys, don't do what I've done for the past few years and just sat on it and wait until you see them, because you don't really see them that much. If you see them at game conventions or whatever else, or eBay, get them while they're reasonably priced, because the days of getting good PS1 games for about £2 or 50p even, I think they're pretty much gone really, unless you really are lucky. Okay, so first of all I've got one import game from the States which I wanted on the PS1, and that is Hellboy. This never came to UK. I can't remember how much I paid for that. I think it was about a £20 mark including shipping from the States. Not a good game, but it's one I was interested in. Another game which is a Japanese version of Galaxian 3. Okay, so I love Galaga and Galaxian and so forth. So Galaxia 3. The UK version of this is going for a minimum of £35 on eBay, which is a joke because you probably could have got about £2 or £3 a few years ago. So that's one of the examples of the games that are really stupidly priced. So I went for a Japanese version, which was about a tenner including shipping from Japan, which is, and to be honest, I think there's a bit of Japanese dialogue replaced in English, but it's still perfectly playable. Okay, other PS1 games. I can't remember. I'm not going to bother telling you the prices of a lot of these PS1 games because I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. But like I said, most of them are below eBay prices. So CT Special Forces Back to Hell. These are all complete, by the way, guys. Gundam Battle Assault 2. Pandemonium 2. Gun Gauge, another Konami game, which was interesting. Blood Omen Legacy of Kain. I actually sniped this for 16 quid. And you may think that's a lot of money for that game. Sure, it's only about £2 or £3. You look it up on eBay, people are asking about £40 at least for this first Legacy of Kain game. Mad, I know. Totally mad how much the prices have gone on some games. Mortal Kombat Special Forces. Street Fighter Alpha Plus. That's still not too bad price. I got that for about £8, I think. I think it's because it's not particularly a great game on the Street Fighter scene, not compared to some of these other 2D ones. Panzer Front. I had a sequel, Panzer Front Ausson on PS2. So I got this for £5. Bit of a sucker for the tank games. And these two games, this is silly money they were. They really are silly money. I got them a little bit cheaper than they would below, about 10% below normal eBay price, which is not a huge deal on these, unfortunately. But it's not always easy to get cheap or box and complete. So it's Marvel Superhero vs Street Fighter. Fantastic game, and Marvel vs Capcom. So obviously I got this also on Dreamcast. And this one I also got on a Saturn, so arguably the Saturn version is a better version to play, but I still want them for my PS1 collection, so big hit is there. Okay, let's turn to the PS4, and we're going to focus first of all on the PlayStation VR games. So, the PSVR games, I started collecting PSVR games, you know, after I got a VR, which was about a year and a half or 2 years ago. And I was thinking, they probably won't release too many games, probably about maybe 50 games. I think they are probably looking at, I think I must have about 90 games now, and I think there's about another 30 on my want list. So it's been supported, and there are a surprising number of interesting, obscure sometimes games coming out for it really on the VR. So yeah, I'll probably do a dedicated VR collection video maybe next time. I don't know. If people are interested, let me know if you're interested. If you want to see a VR collection video, it's not. Like I said, I've got about 90 odd games. There's about another 30 I want, and but you know, I find that every month, there's about 1 or 2 new titles coming out. So it is being supported, and I guess I wouldn't be surprised if on PlayStation 5 there's going to be a new VR as well. But these are interesting games. So Mind Labyrinth, VR Dreams, Honor and Duty All Out War, and this comes down with a download code, I think, for soundtrack or something. Groundhog Day, like Father Like Son. This is one I really want to play actually because I love the movie, and so obviously it's probably struck like a Telltale game whereby you got to do certain things in a certain order, blah blah blah, and then you keep progressing as you go through a game, so it's lots of repeat and play, I suppose. But it's interesting that Quiver, No Man's Sky Blonde, Angry Bird Movie 2, Under Pressure. A lot of these games I got when they were discounted in games, so most of these were between £10–15, so not bad. I think this is actually a limited run game. Yeah, this one is one of the limited run VR games. Polybius. This is an interesting sci-fi type. I say sci-fi. It's one of those games, a bit like oh god, what's it called? Res, a bit like a Res type of game. This is. It's tough. This is tough. I could only get so far in it before dying, and then you have to start again. It's a tough game, but a bit of fun if you want. A bit, you know, if you want a shooting game, a bit of fun for about 20 minutes. That's pretty good. Okay, Concrete Genie. Not too sure about that. I think it's so you sort of enter sort of the two worlds or two dimensions merging into one type thing. Flight simulating game, Ultra Wings. Ghost Giant. Everybody's Golf. I'm looking forward to that. Everybody's Golf, as anyone knows, is golf. Those golf games are pretty fun actually, if you don't mind golf too much. Creed Rise to Glory. This came out to States first of all a long time ago, but it has been brought out to UK now, so yeah. And also The Curious Tale of Stolen Pets. Again, I don't know if this is one that you'll get in the States or not, guys, but it's one of those unusual ones. The publisher for these games, they do have their own website. For the life of me, I can't remember what the publisher's called. Where you can order the games directly off their website as well. For, you know, but less than retail price actually, so. They're supporting heavily with PlayStation VR. Okay. Rightio. Alright, let's turn to the main PS4 games. Okay, Limited Run brought this out. This is obviously a Contra inspired game. Blazing Chrome. Beautiful. Beautiful game. Yeah, it's. If you like Contra, you have to have this game, guys. Ultra Core. Yeah, I got this from Strictly Limited. Played it. Put about an hour into it. Yeah, this is one of those games that you're kind of thinking, actually, perhaps the Genesis version might be better, or Mega Drive version, because at least if you play that on the like the Retrofit, you can actually save your states. Having save states for this game will help so much, because it saves you making those those irritating mistakes where you lose life. Because once you finish your continues on this, guys, that's it, game over. You've got to start all over bloody again, really. It's one of those games that are for hardcore gamers who like the challenging, tough games, you know. Yeah, if you've got the mentality that you like ghouls and ghosts, you're going to love this game. It's a good game. It's really nicely done as a modern, I guess 16-bit type game. It is lovely graphics, good gameplay, well put together. But it really is tough and unforgiving, really. They deliberately set up jumps whereby if you make a mistake, you either die or you've got to go around a sort of a little mini circuit again. And as you go around a circuit, there are some tricky jumps you can do. And again, if you cock that up, you lose life and you end up just eventually dying. Because you have to get timing perfectly on a few jumps and things. And yeah, so I couldn't even get past. I couldn't even get to a first save state on this. I've got past a few mini bosses and stuff, but oh, it's tough. I want to cheat. Okay, okay. Alright, another, this is one of those flying, you play as flying girls in a 3D world whereby you go around shooting everything. Azur Lane, you can get this on the Limited Run website. It's, I think it's a standalone IP, but I think it's very similar to other ones that are out there, but for the life of me I can't remember the name of them. But it's a nice 3D action type shooter from Limited Run. Even though it's not a proper Limited Run game, it's something you can get from their site. Garfield Kart Furious Racing, I got this for about £12 off Smiths. Sometimes those racing games, those third party ones, actually are ones that are harder to get in the future. Right, this is a nice set which I've not even opened yet actually, but I got it because it's got Portal. So it's Bridge Constructor Portal. It's that with standalone Bridge Constructor and Bridge Constructor Stunts. Yeah, so that's like 3 games in one. Interesting. Okay, this game I got from Red Art Games. It is cheap, guys, and you still get it. Check out Red Art Games if you like your if you got the WallTech game, also Senko no Rondo on Xbox 360, and you like that, this is the same thing but even better graphics. It is a beautiful game. So if you like your Gundam style space battle type robot games, get this WallTech Fighters from Red Art Games. It's not expensive, it's about 20 quid, just over. They've still got some in stock, get them while you can. Okay, Siberia Delta. This is a game I got imported from the States actually. I think it's about £25 mark. I think you can get it dirt cheap in the States, but we haven't got a proper UK release of this. Siberia Delta. Yeah, it's part of another bullet hell type shooting game. Yep, you've got to have that. Okay, got this for retail from Amazon. I can't remember how much it was exactly. I think it's about a £30 mark. The Yakuza Remastered Collection. So it has Yakuza 3, 4 and 5 with the English translation for us English fans on the PS4. It comes with even a dedicated PS3 case. So you may say, well, why PS3 case? Well, Yakuza 5 came out on a PS3 in Japan, but Japan only. And because it's so text or language heavily based, unless you know Japanese, it's pretty difficult to play. So some die-hard collectors may have gotten the Japanese version imported, but it's pretty unplayable unless you know your Japanese. So to have an English version is cool, and so yeah, for the Yakuza collection, it's not expensive. Get it while you can, guys. But Yakuza games always end up going up in price, especially if it's slightly limited like that. Okay, alright. This game I got from Red Art Games again. Not, again, it's quite cheap. The packaging is actually in French. Not that matters because it's one of those Streets of Rage type 2D type action fighting type games. It's Gekido Kintaro's Revenge. There was a Gekido game on a PS1 which I've got. So when they've done a sequel, I thought, yeah, I've checked out the videos on YouTube. It's not a great game, but it's a good game. That's what a lot of people have been saying. And so yeah, if you like your Streets of Rage type games, you know, Final Fight, that sort of thing, then pick this up, guys, on the PS4. It's not a lot of money, like I said. Oh, I showed this on the. I showed you guys this on the Switch, but Espewade, Cave Shooter. Right, this game I got literally for about £6 or £7 off at Amazon. They reduced the price massively. It's one of those Monster Boy type, Wonder Boy type inspired games. The graphics are exactly Monster Boy, Wonder Boy. It's just, you know, it's done on that style. Cheap as chips. Definitely one for a collection. Air Conflict Secret Wars Ultimate Edition. I've got all the Air War games. Do you like my flight simulators? Got this off eBay for about actually it wasn't that much. It was about £15. It's a special collector's edition of Batman Arkham Knight, which comes with the Batman Gotham Knight DVD Blu-ray with it as well. So it's an unusual set, really. I'm still playing this on the PS4. I haven't had a great amount of time for games, but I usually get about 2 or 3 hours in minimum per week, and I've been dedicating to completing all the Batman games, all the Batman Arkham games, and so I'm at towards the end of Batman Arkham Knight, and I definitely prefer the first 2 games overall. The first Batman, Arkham Asylum, is a classic, guys. Don't go back to it if you have never played it. Arkham Asylum, it is a lovely game. It's a perfect superhero game, I would say. That's bold, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think it's been surpassed, really. It's got everything you want, really, in a superhero game. But anyway, yeah, Arkham Knight, a bit more high vertical graphics and everything else, really. A bit more high, mechanics. But it loses something. It's lost something, and I'm up to the stage whereby I'm going around the underground tunnels trying to defeat the Arkham Knight, and yeah, it's got one of those where you got to control the car in a certain way to get around obstacles, and if you don't get, it's easy to make mistakes and cock up. So it's a bit at a challenging bit in the game, really. Okay. Got this all new and sealed new Gundam Breaker. That was about £20 mark off eBay. We Happy Few. I think I got that for about £12 or something like that from CX. I like the art style. I like the idea behind the game, but I got a feeling I'm not going to have the patience to play it. Okay, this is I got from PlayAsia. It's the Visara collection that comes with CD soundtrack and art book. Yeah, it is basically it's free. It's 3 versions of Visara bullet hell shooting game. The graphics is a bit more basic. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but it's given the choice between this and Esprit Rade or Caudius Blaze, I'll go for those guys, really. But no, it's not bad. It's good. It's certainly worth having for a PS4 collection if you like your Japanese shooters. But don't expect, Battle Greg or anything like that. Okay, right, a Playlink game which I got from Limited Run. Planet of the Apes. Yeah. This is supposed to be very good, actually. I will plan to play that at some point. The Mega Drive Classics collection, another, what's to say about these? We all know about these. So worth picking up, because Sega do fantastic jobs on their game compilations. Really, they really do. The art style, the interface, and the options, and rewinding, and save states, and everything you get on them. They know how to keep their fans happy. Was M2 involved with this? I think they may have been. I can't remember. I don't know, but perfect job of doing it well. Need for Speed. I do like the Need for Speed games. Another Limited Run game, Star Wars Racer Revenge. Yeah, not quite sure why this got brought out by Limited Run. Yeah, it's a good solid PS2 game. But why we need it on the PS4? Because the graphics aren't that much better, to be perfectly honest. It's like, you can play a PS2 game on the PS4. Nice. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of other games, exclusive games that we like to, that weren't brought out on consoles that we like to have from Limited Run, guys. So please bring those out. Not the PS2 games, please. What's the point? Okay, unless they're super rare and expensive. You know, War of Rolls, people say, yeah, play that one, please, War, please, 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 please. You know, which is fair enough. Okay. This is a Japanese tank battle stroke action with a bit of RPGM, I suppose. Metal Max Zeno. Yeah, so it was an interesting one. NIS America, got it for about £15 off Amazon. Yeah, interesting. Okay, and this is, I got this for literally £22 with a, you know, about £10 worth of credit with cash CEX. So it's Super Deluxe Edition. Borderlands was free. Basically, it's a Steelbook edition of Borderlands 3 with some DLC, which unfortunately has been used, but not that I care too much. I can still play a standard game. It comes with a nice Steelbook. So yeah, 22 quid with about £10 vouchers, so it's about £12 in the end for a Steelbook. Super Deluxe Edition. Compared to a Loot Crate edition they brought out of one of the Borderlands games, whereby you get a Loot Crate and statue and everything. That's Super Deluxe. This is just a Steelbook with DLC. I think that's sort of taking the piss a bit there, or maybe it's a bit of tongue-in-cheek humour. Probably tongue-in-cheek humour. Okay, guys, that's it. That's all my pickups. Yeah. What can I say? I probably will do I might do a PS4 VR video as the next video, really, in a month's time. Give it a bit more time before I do another pickup video and stuff. So that's if you guys are interested, of course. But yeah, as always, thanks again for your support. Thanks again to those guys who commented in my last video about doing the game room and everything else. Really, it's been a long time coming, and I'm quite pleased with the room and everything. It's yeah, it looks much better. It's you know, it's functional. Unfortunately, I can't get access to everything I own because of the way I've just got pretty much not a big enough room and too much stuff. You can argue, well, yeah. I think that's the trouble with a lot of us, collectors. We're finding that we are our collections are growing larger than our living space. So it's about coming up with sort of solutions that we can accept, because we can't all afford to move to bigger houses. It's not on the cards, really. But I'm pleased with what I got. I'm really happy, actually, and yeah. So again, thanks for all the support. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and until next time.